I remember I walked down the runway. People were standing up and they were applauding. Got a standing ovation. And I said, wow. The walk down and back has got to be maybe 60 seconds. Within that 60 seconds, on my way back, I said, oh my God, what am I going to do next year? I worry as if it was day one, when no one knew me. It's equally as hard as it is when everyone knows you and they're expecting you. It's a lonely spot. If you're going to be the star or the leader, you've got to be able to hear and at the same time take in and trust your judgment. It's lonely and it's also exhilarating because the lonely spots are the people that make it. It's the stretch. And if you look at all the people you've ever admired in your life, they stretched.
It takes like half a year since the last season, like 6 months to prepare the collection. It takes months and months to make it all perfect and fit it, and hours of work. Once you see it on the stage, you know, you have 3 seconds to look at it and really understand how amazing it is.
I don't think that there's anyone else that designs the way Ralph does. I think of him more as a writer and a director, a cinematographer. Sometimes I see his pain and feel his pain because it's such a tremendous ultimate challenge for him to do something that's a dream and a consistent dream.
I can only design into a world for a woman. I see the woman and then I say, okay, how does she live? What is she doing? What was she wearing? And I sort of know my woman.
These characters start to build in his imagination, and that drives the theme of that collection. He develops these worlds, these movies that give these clothes a life that they live and breathe.
What's great about working with Ralph is that he's always really considerate of a woman's beauty. The woman kind of evolves, but she's always the same woman. She's always a Ralph Lauren woman, unmistakably.
I design movies. I don't design clothes. Part of the excitement is breaking rules, is knowing the rules and breaking the rules and making them even better.
He may like walk around and put all the pictures out, and he starts working, building the show and building the story in his head. He stands in front of the table with all of the characters, and he starts to look at, this is scene 1, this is scene 2.
It's the creative moment of reaching higher and higher and dreaming in the middle of turmoil. It all comes together really the night before the show goes on. No matter how much in advance you work, no matter how many days you do it, it comes together. 3 o'clock in the morning, you're finished. And it's happened to me for 30 years doing the same thing. This is not a job. This is a joy. This is what I breathe. It's what I live. And I think if I cut that off, I'd be cutting part of my soul.
Right before the show, there is an intenseness because he knows that he's got to dress 60 or 80, models and send them down the runway.
So it is your moment, and it's your moment, and the fears and the scare and the sort of all the dangers, signs that you see when you're working are there. And then there's that exhilarating sense of, I got something going on. Yeah, I wouldn't trade with anybody. sometimes you hit that high note that you're always looking for. You hit that note of like, oh my God, I did something. I reached up. I reached a little higher. I looked at the show, and I remember looking at each of the girls, and I said, oh my God, Ralph, enjoy this moment. This is one of your best moments. Enjoy this moment. This is how life is dreamt to be.